Manila has a problem.
Is it the Quiapo or
Manila, it isn't what you think. Sure, you might picture the hustle and bustle, the chaotic traffic, the packed malls, but beneath that surface, there's a sweet side to this city. From the friendly Filipinos and the historic streets to the local flavors you won't want to miss. So buckle up and get ready to discover a city you might not have considered, Manila. And stick around because I have a sweet sunset spot and it's a perfect way to end the day in the city. Let's go. This guy is trying to get the mangoes down from the tree up there. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Look at those
Okay.
instruments. Okay, when the light turns green, he goes. Oh! Yeah! Good job, man. See you. Filipinos are so sweet and resourceful as well. Manila, the bustling capital of the Philippines, is one of Southeast Asia's most densely populated cities, with over 13 million residents in the metropolitan area. It stands as a vibrant and economic hub in the region, rivaling the other major cities like Bangkok, Jakarta, and Ho Chi Minh City. Manila's history is rich and complex, shaped significantly by both Spanish and American influences. And this is just the start. We're about ready to explore the heart of Manila, where history, culture, and local flavors come together. And stick around for the ending because I got a surprise that you won't want to miss. We are now inside Intramuros, and you get the Spanish play of words there, Intramuros, inside the walls. This is the oldest district in all of Manila, and it dates back to Spanish colonial times. Intramuros, it's like stepping back in time. Just don't expect to see any conquistadors around the corner. And there's a tale about this place that you might not find in the history books, coming up soon. This place has a true Spanish vibe. Having been all around Spain, I can tell you, you're gonna feel like you're in Spain walking these cobbled streets. Be warned, it's the same anywhere in any big tourist city around the world. You're gonna be hustled for all sorts of tourist activities and stuff. The Filipinos are nice, but they're persistent, so just keep saying no, no thank you, and keep walking to where you're going. And yeah, this is the place right here. Filipinos. Laughing my ass off here. All right, here's the place right here. This is St. Augustine Church, and this is the oldest stone cathedral in all the Philippines. And yeah, it looks pretty Spanish. It dates back many, many years. There were different variations, but this version right here, well, built back in the 1600s and now celebrating 400 years of standing here. Yeah, pretty impressive, and a bit of Spain in the Philippines. This too is around about 400 years old as well, but it's been burnt down, bombed out, rebuilt several times over. It's in its 8th iteration. This is the Manila Cathedral, and there's a wedding going on outside right now. It was bamboo, it was stone, it was rebuilt. Its current version is a neo-Romanesque style architecture, I think. Correct me on that if I'm wrong down in the comments, but this is the main place for Catholicism in Manila, and the Spanish left their mark here on the Philippines. As such, it's been visited several times by several different popes throughout the years. Now, what's great about Intramuros is that you can hit up a lot of these major sites in a space of about 30 minutes if you just hop along here and walk along the main street. So it's super convenient. We had St. Augustine Church down there. We had the Manila Cathedral here, and over this way we have Fort Santiago. Now, this was an important part, especially in the defense of the old town here, During the Spanish colonial times, well, they used it as a fort for defense of this town here, which was essentially Manila back in the day. And it's where one of the Filipino greats, Jose Rizal, well, he was imprisoned here and eventually executed here. During World War II, during Japanese occupation, they used it as a prison. And now for 75 pesos, you get in here, you get to see some old bombs and cannonballs over there. You get to see some stray dogs hanging out, and you get to check out kind of the outer wall over here and a bit of history and a bit of calm in here. Outside is the hubbub, the hustle and bustle. Inside here, a bit of tranquility. Manila has some serious history. Founded way back in 1571 under Spanish rule, it became a major player in the galon trade, connecting Asia to the Americas and vice versa. You can still feel those Spanish vibes, especially in the Intramuros, the walled city. This place was the corner of everything: religion, politics, education. Inside these massive stone walls, you got Fort Santiago, where national hero Jose Rizal was held before his execution. Talk about heavy history. Then there's St. Augustine Church, the oldest stone church in the Philippines. Absolutely stunning. And don't forget Manila Cathedral, rebuilt so many times. It's like the comeback kid of churches. The US defeated Spain, the US fought the Filipinos, they held, and then the war, Japan came in, they had it for many years, then back over to the US. The Filipinos didn't get their independence until 1946, but by that time there were so many internal problems, largely thanks to years of colonial rule. It's a lot to take in, but what I like about being in this area, especially Fort Santiago, is you get just these peaceful surroundings, and over here we get, we get views of the massive Pasig River, where the river takes us all the way out to the bay. We get a mixture of modern and old, the ships coming and going with this fort right behind us. Now stick with me, because later we're gonna head to a place with tons of history and dwarfing all their similar locations in Asia. Look at that, some ruins of the Americans' barracks, which was declared a national monument in 1951. Now it's cordoned off, you can't go inside. You can still see some bullet holes on the outside. And inside, the only defense, well, a few stray cats in there just chilling out in peace. Get ready for a ride on a jeepney. Quiapo, it's a tale of ingenuity, stick with me. Between local ingenuity and American military might. These colorful rides started as leftover US military jeeps from World War II. Instead of letting them go to waste, Filipinos turned them into public transport. And yeah, they added some serious personality. Picture this, vibrant decorations, crowded seating, and routes that feel like they've got a mind of their own. Jeepneys are basically rolling works of art, and they've become a national symbol of Filipino culture. Fun fact, one even made its way to the 1964 New York World's Fair to represent the Philippines. Over 600,000 drivers depend on the jeepneys for their work, and as you can see, the people getting on and off of them, well, they like them too. If you're here in Manila, or heck, even in the Philippines, get on one, if not just for the transportation, but for the experience. Taking a ride on one of these jeepneys, they're iconic in the Philippines, and it's like stepping into an art gallery where the gallery is on wheels and the ticket is only a few pesos.
That way, right? Yeah, just go across the road.
There.
Over there. Oh.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, man.
All right.
Thanks for your help. See you. Ah, the Filipinos, so nice. You still don't understand what you're missing in Manila? Well, let's dive into the Quiapo Market. And it's perfect to wait out this rainstorm. This market has everything: fresh produce, street food, religious artifacts. I think the rain has let up. They say if you can't find it in Quiapo Market, well, it doesn't exist. And the market is a treasure trove of Manila greatness. And I have a place up here I want to take you to. Let's go. Is it the Quiapo or Quinta Market?
Quinta Market, Quiapo.
It's the same.
Yes.
Same. Quiapo Quinta. So when you see the signs for Quinta, it's Quiapo. And the best palabok to get, it's a shrimp paste sauce with all sorts of goodness inside of it, is from Jolly Dada.
Yes, sir.
Can I get some?
Palabok.
This is one of the must in Manila. This is the palabok. If you get it, you should come here. This is Jolly Dada, and halo is also good here, but this right here with the shrimp paste, pork belly on top, we have the egg and a whole bunch of other goodness mixed inside. This is so good. And the orange color is coming from the aswete seeds, and there's been an update. It's not a shrimp paste sauce. It's from all sorts of a goodness, but the orange color, again, the aswete seeds. And you're gonna love this. But it packs a big punch. This is nothing like the pasta we'll get in Italy. We got the black right there, those are squids, and it's all coming together quite well. Wow, this is the famous halo. Future wife. You know, forget the cathedrals, forget the fort, maybe even forget the jeepney. This is the highlight of the day. Thick, rich, creamy, the taste of pork, the taste of goodness. You got the carbs with the noodles. Oh. This is Manila in a dish. Welcome to the vlog channel. Look at this. There's something about walking through one of the old big markets whenever you're in a city that just makes your soul come alive, and you get to experience all the local goodness, and you get to see the locals out doing their business, shopping, eating, and just enjoying life. Now stick with me, because coming up, I'm gonna take you to a super sweet sunset spot, and it's more than just a view, it's an experience. But first, I have something else.
Nice to meet you, man. Thank you.
I came here for the halo, which means mix. This is like a dessert buffet in a cup. You'll need a spoon and some curiosity to finish it. Here we go. Inside we got colorful ice cream, other sorts of colorful fruits and fruit jelly. There's jackfruit in there, there's banana in there, all on top of shaved ice and evaporated milk, and served with a smile for sure. This is the taste of Philippines in a cup right here. When I first came to Philippines back in 2019, I met a new friend, Mrs. Ping, the super translator of translators, a Chinese girl who was also traveling through the Philippines as well. I got my scuba diving license, and she was working on her master's teaching license or something like this. We traveled around, and I was able to explore the Filipino food, dodging stray dogs on my rental motorbike, while meeting some of the Filipinos who are just as sweet as the Jollibee's spaghetti. And I always said I gotta come back and explore the capital, Manila. And we've done so much today already. The cathedrals, the palabok dish, and now the halo, but there's still so much I wanna show you, so stay tuned. interesting here. I was watching people light candles and put them in there. And then I stopped a woman there doing so, and I asked her, well, what are you doing? And she said, I'm praying. It's a prayer thing, religion. And I asked, well, what's she praying for? And she said, I'm praying for good luck and fortune. She's a single mother, 4 children, and she's going to go work in Dubai to try to make a better future. So that just shows the sacrifices of a woman, of a mother for her children, and let's hope she has good luck. Stick with me, I got some honest advice to share with you. But do you remember when I said that I wanted to bring you somewhere that it's the largest of its kind in Asia? Well, this is it, sort of, right over this way. This is Manila's American Cemetery and Memorial. Nothing for us to celebrate, but to honor. Every time I go south of Florence in Italy and I pass the American cemetery there, I take a deep breath and I think back to tougher times and even tougher men. And that's the case here. This is the largest cemetery to World War II in all of Asia. Some 17,000 souls are honored inside here with gravestones and with a memorial wall, names etched all in there. It's a place of honor. Oh, sorry. I'm talking about the cemetery. How about over there? Whatever. Following Spanish rule, the United States took control in 1898 after the Spanish-American War, ushering a new wave of Western influence that lasted until the Philippine independence in 1946. This blend of cultures has created a unique urban landscape where colonial-era churches stand alongside modern skyscrapers, reflecting Manila's journey from past to present. If you want to check out something interesting after the cemetery, just south of the cemetery, there's a little bit of Italy here in the Philippines. There's Venice, and if you don't believe me, look at this. And coming down here, check this out. There are even gondolas down here and a small Ponte Rialto, the Rialto Bridge. If you like everything we've done so far today and want to support me, it's simple. Just hit the like button down below. And also, if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos, well, hit the subscribe button. I know a lot of you aren't yet subscribed, so please do me a favor, help me get these videos out to a much wider audience and click the subscribe. Thank you very much. And if you want exclusive content, early bird viewing on the videos, we'll have a Patreon now. The link's down there, so check it out. That was a great taxi ride, thank you. Well, Manila has a problem, and I promised you I'd get to the most underrated sunset spot there is, but we need to talk about Manila's problem because it's significant and it's caused us some issues today. If you haven't yet figured it out, look at the traffic going by out here. Manila, and I was looking online, and the hours I was in the back of a taxi today, it has the worst ranked traffic in the entire world. The worst traffic in the world. And today, you and I, we experienced it. I didn't show you parts behind the scenes because frankly it was boring, and a lot of times I was nodding off. To travel around 8 kilometers in this city, it takes you about 1 hour. And at first this morning, when I was on my way at 8 o'clock to Intramuros and the park down there, I thought, well, maybe it's just rush hour traffic. Maybe it gets better. It doesn't. It was terrible going out over to the cemetery. It took me 1 hour and a half. I thought I'd get there 30 minutes before closing, and instead I got there 30 minutes after closing. We missed out on one of the great sites and free. You can get inside that cemetery and memorial space for free. You really should do it if you're here in Manila. We missed out on that, couldn't do that because we got there late. Manila, you need to sort this out. It's terrible. A lot of these traveler inside stories are in my regular email newsletter with travel tips and hacks. You can check that out, there's a link for it. This is the sunset spot, and because of all the taxi delays, really I tried today, we missed the sunset. As the name of this bar over here would suggest, Sunset Bar. This is the place to go. It's a giant, massive boardwalk with a wall here where you can hop up on there with the sundowner beer. And if you want to go shopping, there's a massive mall just right over here, the Mall of Asia. That's what you drop into your Google if you want to come down here and find this sunset spot, because this is west right there. We are west of the cemetery in Little Venice, coming down here on the boardwalk, and this place lights up. Some would say even rivals and is better than Santorini in Greece. I don't know if that's the case. This Mall of Asia location is beautiful. We're in the area called Pasai, well kept, clean, and with a lot of food options here along the way, and a place where you can chill out at the end of your Manila day and watch the sun go down. Manila, maybe it's not for everyone, but if you come in with the right attitude, embrace the friendly Filipinos, you'll love it. Now, if you're down this way and you're heading to Bangkok, there are some mistakes that you need to avoid. Watch this video next.